Hi everyone, this is Josh with Josh Wright Piano TV. Today I'll be showing you a concept that I've been wanting to record for a while that has to do with a simple trick that you can put to work in your practice sessions that will help you have more fluid scales and technique in general. One of the students I teach at the University of Michigan for my teaching assistantship is she brought to me kind of this weird technique, and we've been working to fix it. So something that if she's playing her scales, she noticed that maybe when she gets around 92 or so at 4 notes per click, I can't remember the exact speed that she was at, but her fingers had too much extraneous motion. So and she would get off. So how can we minimize motion in our practice sessions? Similarly, I had a little 12-year-old student. His name is Luke. I still teach him. He's brilliant. And he was really discouraged one time because his pinky would come up when he was playing his scales. So he'd be playing, it's hard to imitate, but let's see. As he was playing those, like his second, third, first fingers, these fingers would flex. And he said, that's really bothering me. And he could play his scales really fast. And I said, I don't know how big of a deal it really is, Luke, because you're playing your scales so well. He said, well, it really bothers me. And he fixed it over the next 2 weeks. So anyone wondering, this is a problem that I possibly cannot fix, you absolutely can. If a 12-year-old diligent little boy can do it, anyone can do it. Similarly, the student that I'm teaching at the University of Michigan, her scales are getting faster. It's getting cleaner. I want to show you a method that you can do to get the flex out of your fingers. I went over this a bit in the free hands part 2 video, but I want to just expound on that today. So the first thing you can do is just shake out your hands as you go. And I already reviewed this, but what this is going to do is it's going to make sure that you come to a neutral position at every key. So I'm just shaking my hands, every key. This actually takes a little practice, and shake it a lot as you start. Start in this tempo, shake out all the tension, shake it. Okay? The next thing I want you to do is I want you to take these in groups, okay? A lot of times it's the crossing under that causes us to flex, okay? So I want you just to do release into a neutral position, then go back to the same fingering that you were on. Okay, and then these are for my right hand crosses. Okay, and then do it for your left hand as well. So because what you want to do is you want to just practice da 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 dum and then relax your hand and then cross over. Similarly, if you're looking for a little more advanced thing, I notice that sometimes I perform La Campanella a lot for a lot of concerts, and I do a lot of crossover work too, and La Campanella seems to be something you can do on both platforms, both classical and crossover. People seem to enjoy it. And I notice that I don't love the sound of that, Sometimes it clumps up a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll practice just to get this same concept of not flexing my hand at all. I'll just practice and then those. Listening for 4 very even notes, and then okay, and I got that, and then I'll do this one and this one, and then I'll put it together. That wasn't very even. That's getting better. And you have to have very sharp listening skills when you're doing these. You don't want to just kind of be half listening and trying this. Okay, so the next thing that I want you to do, rather than shaking and stopping, I just want you to go through, and anytime you notice this flexing, you stop what you're doing and relax your hand. And a lot of times it will come from the arm where you need to relax. Okay, so here we go. Okay, I'm flexing, so I'm going to stop. I'm going to replay this note and just relax my hands. Okay, keep going. And sure enough, as you practice this a lot, it will get easier. And in the end, the thing that you want to do is have just the minimal amount of motion. Just so that feels really nice and comfortable. Okay, so, and if any of you have if you want a good practical example, one of my favorite recordings ever is Daniel Trifonov's Prelude in G Major by Chopin. It is absolutely unreal how fast his left hand's able to go and on this stuff. So, you know, that he makes that just look like a snail's pace. It's been forever since I've played that, but it's all about the relaxation of motion. I want to talk for just a brief second about trills as well. When I was young, my teacher made me learn my 1 and 2 and 1 and 3 trills, and I'm very grateful she did. The reason I love 1 and 2 and 1 and 3 trills is because you have your opposable thumb here, so that feels really good to me. And you can see my hand is quite relaxed, like my 4th and 5th fingers are just laying on the keys. But I noticed that sometimes if I'm trilling with 2 and 3, which is the most natural trill for most people, look what's happening. I'm flexing here and I'm flexing here. So I don't want to tuck and hold it hard like that. I don't want to flex it, but sometimes I'll just tuck it very naturally. Because relax your hand into this neutral position, okay? And you notice that your fingers naturally kind of tuck under. If you're just holding it down at your side, your hand naturally curves like that. And so I just like to just feel my fingers tuck ever so slightly, no tension. And sure enough, my trill immediately, see my fingers are wanting to come up. See that feels much better. Another example, if you listen to Martha Argerich, who arguably has the best technique in the world, probably. I mean, she's every bit as fast as anyone, but it seems so natural to her. It doesn't ever seem stressful. Like, if you watch her play Tchaikovsky Concerto, everything is just the most fluid, natural thing. If you watch her play anything, really. But I recently watched that. It's amazing. One thing that she does on this Scarlatti Sonata that I happen to play... Sorry. And again, this is, I'm on a keyboard, so you're not getting the true sound, but notice what's happening. I'm flexing these, okay? So if you watch her, she tucks hers a little bit, and she just kind of keeps this type of feeling. And sure enough, that's more consistent. So whatever technique you're facing, whatever difficulties you're facing, try to figure out what your hand is doing, because I guarantee if you're having trouble and you're more than a couple of years into the piano, it's not a lack of strength in your fingers. If you've been having a good technique regimen, it's a problem with creating tension and the need to get rid of that. If any of you have any questions, my email is josh@joshwrightpiano.com. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you can click the like button so this can get shared with more people, or leave a comment, I would love to hear what you have to say. Have a great week.